Look at the Earth from a distance, and you see a massive, unbroken sphere. To actually navigate this space, to pinpoint any exact location on a planet roughly 40,000 kilometers around, we have to impose a mathematical grid. The foundation of this grid starts right in the middle. We call this the equator, sitting at exactly 0 degrees latitude. It acts as a perfect baseline, cleanly dividing the planet into the northern and southern hemispheres. To measure left to right, we use the prime meridian. This line runs from top to bottom, cutting the globe into the eastern and western hemispheres. From the equator, we draw parallel rings, stacking up and down. These are lines of latitude. Because they are completely parallel, the physical distance between any 2 degrees of latitude is always constant, right around 111 kilometers. Lines of longitude work differently. They aren't parallel at all. They start out wide at the equator, again about 111 kilometers apart, but as you trace them north or south, they squeeze together until they finally converge at the poles. Every country's borders, climate, and standing in the world are dictated by where they sit on this invisible mathematical web. To understand India's exact physical reality on the world stage, we have to look at its coordinates. Spinning the globe to Asia, India sits entirely within the northern and eastern hemispheres. The mainland begins near the equator at 8 degrees 4 minutes north, stretching to 37 degrees 6 minutes north. Left to right, the boundaries fall between 68 degrees 7 minutes east and 97 degrees 25 minutes east. On the ground, this vertical span from the northern tip to the southern coast covers 3,214 kilometers. And across its midsection, the span from west to east is nearly as vast, measuring 2,933 kilometers. These coordinates result in a distinct, irregular quadrilateral shape. It's a physical footprint large enough to visibly dominate the South Asian subcontinent. This chart shows the top 7 largest countries by land area. India sits 7th, commanding 3.28 million square kilometers. But out of the planet's entire terrestrial surface, this footprint accounts for exactly 2.4%. Compare that space to the population. While holding a tiny fraction of the land, India is home to 17.5% of the entire global population. We know this ratio precisely because of rigorous human documentation. According to the final data of the 2011 census, teams tracked the exact distribution of over 1 billion people across densely packed cities and nearly 641,000 distinct villages. To manage and govern this sheer scale of citizenry, the country is broken down internally into 28 individual states and 8 union territories. You have nearly a fifth of humanity living, working, and relying on resources drawn from a tiny fraction of the world's surface. The geographic borders dictate an extreme level of administrative and physical density. To understand how the country functions within those borders, we have to look at one specific latitude, the Tropic of Cancer, sitting directly at 23 degrees and 30 minutes north. This latitudinal marker cuts through the near center of the Indian landmass. You can literally drive up to physical monuments set in stone, proving exactly where the line crosses the highway. This map shows its path. Moving west to east, the Tropic of Cancer slicing through 8 states: Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura, and Mizoram. Its path creates hydrological anomalies, forcing the Mahi River to cross it twice. While it is a mathematical concept, the line acts as a primary reference point that connects the geography of 8 distinct states across the mainland. This boundary creates a climatic bisection. The region between the equator and this line is the tropical zone, covering the southern half. Stretching 14 degrees above that mark, the northern half sits squarely in the subtropical zone, giving the country a dual climate. This latitude dictates exactly how solar mechanics impact the region. As the sun moves to its highest northern point around June 21st, the days visibly lengthen across this specific hemisphere. India's latitudinal span, combined with this bisection by the Tropic of Cancer, creates the specific conditions required for the country's wide range of climates and environments.